Libra. Hello, welcome. Awkward shuffle to start with. Welcome, Libra. This is Infinite Fire Readings. It's great to be here with you today. This is the week ahead reading for you for coming into June 2020. Wow, here we are. I guess if you find it at another time and place, that's all good as well. I know that I do that. Sometimes it resonates with another date if you are watching a post. So just keep that in mind. I'll try not to bump the mic with my sock as well, my foot. Libra. This is for if you have Libra in your chart. You might be cross-watching for a Libran. All are good. Keep in mind, free will comes first. These are just cards. This reading is for your entertainment. So, take what resonates, throw out the rest. It is a general reading for Libra, so it may not fit with everyone. If it doesn't resonate, it might just not be a reading. You might want to check out your other star signs in your chart as well. So that's definitely an option for you. Libra, cool. That's pretty much the crux of it. I'm going to be drawing 5 of these more traditional cards to get your current situation. Then I will draw 5 more cards from the Work Your Light Oracle. From the Wild Unknown Tarot. And then I'm going to get not a Work Your Light. I'm going to get a The Universe Has Your Back affirmation oracle card as well. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. Let's see what we can get for you. Hopefully something fun or nice or insightful or all of the above. Who knows? Let's do it, Libra. Let's get into it. And then I might have a cup of tea break. All right, let's go. What does a Libra need to know, please, for the week ahead or maybe the month ahead? I do read past to future with current in the middle, or it could just be the week or the month as you see it. Might intermingle as well. Starting the King of Swords. That's your own energy straight away. What's going on? Libra. So it could be an air sign though. It doesn't have to be yourself, but it could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I kind of view it like you. Maybe you're just not feeling in your element. Kings tend to be assertive, masculine, power-based, and experienced energies. King of Swords is very intellectual, very knowledgeable, more about logic than emotion. To a degree. Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay. The Lovers card in the middle, card of Gemini. What's going on here? What's happening? Interesting. Maybe you just don't have all of the knowledge or all of the information you need right now about something. Maybe about making some kind of decision about love. The Page of Wands, which is wanting messages to come in, could also be a fire sign. These are both air. Fire sign on the board, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. Pardon me. And the Tower in the reverse. Okay. I feel like this is sort of quite an intense social week, where maybe things are sort of happening where you avoid a Tower moment. Like you kind of save it, or it doesn't need to crumble. That's kind of what I'm getting here, Libra. On the bottom of the deck, your energy coming into the spread is the 3 of Cups, so perhaps feeling social at the moment. The Magician wanting to manifest things, and the Fool card in the reverse, maybe not taking a leap of faith with the Ace of Wands in the upright. So yeah, you could be feeling social and wanting to sort of create or manifest things in your life, but maybe not stepping towards that yet, even though you're feeling inspired, which is cool. I like that. That's cool energy coming into the read. I don't really know how it links to this though. It could very well link to it. Well, it has to somehow if it's your reading. Taking a leap of faith. Yeah, it definitely feels very social, whatever you're going through, Libra. I'm definitely taking my time in these readings, but I don't want to pause for too long. So let's check it out. It looks like, to start with, Libra, you've got the King of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this is your energy. So feeling maybe blocked or not feeling like yourself at the moment. Just feeling a little bit shut down about things. The Page of Swords is up next. This can be the card of like lying, deception. No, sorry. This can be the card of spying or, going behind the scenes, looking at something. It's also a card about gaining new information when it's in the upright. Maybe you're not getting the information you need, or someone's not coming towards you with information. You could also be dealing with a younger air sign or a younger Page of Swords like energy. in your life as well. Maybe the communication's not great there. I feel like there is a bit of a blockage with communication for whatever reason. So something to maybe, just that's sort of what's coming up for the reading so far. In the middle, your current energy is the Lovers. Card of Gemini, you might be dealing with a Gemini. Though it is about making decisions and it's also about love. So you could have love on the mind, or maybe just be really present in your love-based relationships or connections and commitments right now. It could very well be about making decisions. That could be at the forefront of your mind, maybe to do with partnerships as well. So that's quite interesting. The Page of Wands is up next. So either wanting messages to come in or receiving messages, or one or the other really, wanting to receive messages or receiving them. It could be also a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Pages of Wands are inexperienced, learning, feminine, receptive energies, though the Page of Wands is about messages coming in particular. This is sort of seeking information, messages coming in. 2 pages as well. So maybe a couple of younger people younger than you that you are dealing with at the moment. Feminine energies, doesn't have to be man or woman, but it can be. It can be female. It doesn't have to be though, but just feminine. So receptive, masculine, assertive, introverted, extroverted, yin yang. You get it. It's just a way of describing those energies, I suppose. Yeah, and then the Tower card in the reverse. So not having a Tower moment at the end of the spread, which is interesting. Maybe a message comes in that stops that from happening, or you received a message that stopped that Tower moment from occurring. I feel like, though, there was sort of issues with communication at the very least, maybe regarding love here. Maybe you were struggling to communicate or get the information you needed regarding love, even though it's in the upright, but messages have come in and it's prevented a Tower moment. So that's interesting. Let's get you some advice, Libra. I want to look into this more. Amazing that you're right here at the start of your spread, but I think you are feeling a little bit out of sorts, or you certainly were at the start of this week. So let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah, I feel like this is about possibly, pardon me, sorry. I feel like this is possibly about some kind of a long-term commitment or a serious commitment where there was maybe issues with communication, because it is the Lovers right here in the middle. But messages have come in and that's prevented something from crumbling, which is good. But it seems like, maybe you were out of sorts. Maybe you haven't been communicating very well, or feeling shut down in some way, shape, or form. Maybe feeling like you don't have all of the information, but not wanting to get it, or not wanting to pry, not wanting to step over inappropriate lines to get that information as well. So that could be a thing. I'll give it. Actually, we'll go from here. Advice, please, for Libra for this week ahead. What's going on? I'm at, okay, just checking my times of my readings. They have been a little bit longer today because I wanted to give really thorough reads. Sorry, that was probably quite loud. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so the Son of Swords in the reverse. This came out just for Leo as well, in the exact same position in the reverse. This wasn't the same, but this card was, so that's interesting. And the Father of Swords, so many swords energy. Okay, I'm just assessing it. So you could very well be dealing with multiple people, though I almost feel like it's this inner stuff that's happening, because there's a lot of these are all swords. Got both the kings from both decks opposite each other. So one is situation, one is advice. Page in reverse, Knight in reverse. Situation, advice, all of swords. So this is a lot of mental crap. I don't mean that it's crap. I just mean that there's a lot of stuff in your brain right now. So let's get some more info. More swords. The Four of Swords this time. I will go over it all as advice. I'm just piecing it together. It kind of makes sense to me so far. It does make sense to me. I just want to get a grip on it, a grasp on it. Which way you want to fall out? That way. The Five of Pentacles in the upright as advice. I always find it interesting as advice, that card. Okay. Can be about just sort of being real about not feeling great about some things. That could be sort of happening here. Whoa. 2 flips out. Oh, no, 4. No, that's too many. That's just too many. So the cards are the 5 of Wands in the reverse, the Sun of Cups in the reverse, and the 5 of Swords in the reverse. 2 5s in the Sun. Change. All about change that was. Fuck it. Sorry. Maybe I take them. I don't usually, but the 2 5s are pretty prevalent. And yeah, I'm just going to take them. I don't usually do that. That's a lot of cards to take, but I'm going to do it. 7 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. That's about reaping rewards or putting in the work anyway. Okay, I'm just going to sit in my awkward position while I read this for you, Libra. Okay, so what I see is like a lot of stuff going around the head space kind of region at the moment. And it's interesting advice with this sort of situation. I'm just going to sort of gauge what I feel about the end of it because I see certain things, but I just need to look at it a bit more thoroughly here just so I can read the cards and then I can explain what I see. So bear with me. Okay, actually that makes a lot of sense. I almost want to write that word down. The word is disengage. I'm saying it now so that I remember it. Let's get into it. So it seems like maybe you've been feeling a little bit shut down, maybe not communicating yourself super well. It could be because you feel like you don't have all the information you need, but you're definitely feeling a bit shut down at the moment. The interesting thing that's coming out is the Sun or Knight of Swords in the reverse. So in the upright, this is an assertive card, inexperienced, can be quite brash, come forward with just words that may not be very mature because they're not the king. Action-based energy, masculine assertive energy, inexperienced though. In the reverse, it's basically saying don't come forward with brash communication or just quickly. You don't feel the need to come forward. If you're feeling shut down right now regarding some kind of maybe romantic situation to do with messages or information coming in, this is saying don't just come forward hastily with communication if it's not going to be, diplomatic, I suppose, because you do have the king in the upright here as advice. So don't just charge forward with like blah, blah, blah at someone or demanding them to do something or that sort of a vibe. I thought I had my alarm. It's not. It's a small child in the distance anyway. So that's the advice here. If you're feeling sort of shut down, don't feel the need to come forward with communication and assert yourself. That might help you shift back into your own place. If you feel like you need to communicate, you might be putting extra pressure on yourself to do so, when really it's just you don't need to do that right now. That's sort of what I'm feeling with these cards. Next, you have the Page of Swords. So maybe not having all the information that you need in this situation or not having all of the knowledge to move forward with things or sort of feeling like that. It could also be, again, to do with your own communication, not knowing how to communicate as well. Again, with this card being you don't need to come forward with communication right now, take the pressure off yourself a little bit. The advice is the Father or the King of Swords in the upright. So whereas that's your current energy, this is just be yourself, be where you're at with things. If you feel like you don't quite know how to communicate or you don't quite know what to do about things, this almost says don't worry about that. Just be what you are. Be who you are. Like you don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to have it clear cut, super thought out, perfectly written in writing with the perfect words to come forward. Just be you, like be where you're at. Even if you think that's part of you, if it's an unhealthy part where you're overthinking things before communicating or where you're just not communicating because you think you have to have it perfect, this says just don't worry about that. Be what you are now. Just be what you are. It doesn't mean come forward brashly. Don't do that. But you may not be able to know everything about this. You might just have to be what you are and just be in it and just kind of be real in it. So come back into your own element. Stop trying to be what you think you need to be and just be what you actually are. That's what that is, especially this King of Swords energy, Libra. You might also want to reach out to an air sign. That's a possibility. Libra, Gemini or Aquarius in your life as well. Maybe an older father-like figure to communicate. That's an option as well as advice if you are feeling like you don't have all the information. But I really do think it's just coming back into yourself. Next up is the Lovers, right in the middle. So you might be feeling like there's a lot of emphasis on a loving romantic connection at the moment in your life, or some kind of significant relationship. Maybe making a decision about this relationship as well. It doesn't have to be, but that could sort of be what is happening. What the advice is for that, and I do think it is connected, is to take rest from it. So just take a break. I feel like if you're feeling shut down, like you need to communicate, don't communicate. Just step back. If you're feeling like you don't know what to do and you don't have the knowledge, just be where you're at. Really, it's simplifying it. There's just so much brain stuff, so much thoughts happening here. It's almost like blocking your own self from just moving forward because you're trying to be so concise about it. But maybe that's not the answer. That's not the solution. You might get the answers when you just relax and be. So yeah, this is again stepping back, taking a bit of rest from this union a little bit, taking a bit of rest and relaxing from the weight that this decision about this relationship might be putting on you, whatever that means for you, Libra. That is what I'm getting. Taking rest in any case from the connection. It doesn't mean forever. It just means stepping back, taking your own space, being the thing that you actually are right now, rather than what you think you have to be. Page of Wands next. So if you've had messages come in or you're wanting messages to come in, really interesting card of advice right now. This could be about you needing to communicate at some point, or needing to receive messages, or waiting to receive them. It could be a couple of things. You might need to, with this 5 of Pentacles in the upright, need to communicate at some point when you're ready, after you've rested, if this relates to the fact that you feel left out in the cold about something in this material world with this connection, whatever that means for you. Okay, that's one option for this card. The other is if you are waiting for messages and they haven't come in, it could be important to communicate that you are feeling left out of the cold in terms of receiving that information that you haven't received. So that's another option for you. They're both sort of options. They do interlink a little bit. It could be also just owning that you're not feeling like the messages that are coming in for you or not coming in for you, whatever that, if you're still waiting for them or they have come in, are making you feel very like, woo, It could be just being real with that, feeling like I'm not feeling great. I'm not. I feel like shit, sort of, but not quite. I hope not. But I feel like really down and out about stuff right now. It could be that you need to own that. Maybe even just say it and then take your space. You don't have to be swordsy about it. Knight of Swords about it, sorry. You don't have to just cut someone down. That's not going to help anything. It doesn't. But you can articulate the fact that you're not feeling in this place, that you're not feeling it. So I would be looking at that as well. Anyway, lot happening for you, Libra. Let's get your last card. So the Tower in the reverse, which I think is a great outcome, because I think if you're coming forward honestly and taking the space and time that you need, the Tower card in the reverse is like you've avoided it crumbling because you did all that, okay? You've taken the pressure off yourself being perfect, and that's avoided this Tower outcome, which no one wants, because who needs that? The ain't nobody got. Anyway, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, so it's like taking the weight off needing to be this and just being yourself and articulating what it is that you're feeling, just to be real and honest, or where you're at with things, and then that avoids the Tower moment because you're taking the pressure off yourself to fix it all. It's not that it won't get fixed. It's just you need to come into your own space to fix it. And that means just being, not trying to solve it a little bit, yeah? I don't know, sort of. It avoids that Tower moment, though, being real and just taking space. I really think it does. The advice, what did I say? Disengage. That was the word. So the reason I got that word from these 3 cards for advice underneath the Tower, if you don't want the Tower moment, you want to assist it not to crumble down. 5 of Wands in the reverse, so not having inner conflict. Son of Cups, Knight of Cups in the reverse, not coming forward with an emotional cup, not asserting your cup emotionally, not investing emotionally. And the Five of Swords in the reverse, not having conflict, avoiding conflict. 2 5s, which is about change, in the reverse. So they're both of the fives speak, these 2 5s speak about, you have 3 5s in this spread actually. 555 is a big number about change if you're into that stuff, like, you know, angel numbers, whatever. It is a big number of change. I used to love those numbers. I was obsessed. I was like, what does it mean? Anyway, sub story, not what you need to know. But 5s are about change. They're right in the middle. That's why. So it's like you're on a seesaw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. It's right where it's like in that middle point. So this is, don't mentally engage, don't like verbally engage, and don't emotionally engage. Disengage. That's how I got that word. Okay. So if it's all a bit much and you just need to take that space, this is saying it's okay. It's so okay to do that. So okay to do that. Like, that's what this is saying. So whatever this is about, Libra, I just feel like, yeah, you need to just give yourself that, you know, just give that to yourself. I'm going to get you the Universe Has Your Back Oracle, and then we're going to leave it there. It might be, I don't know how many cards will come out, but that's it. Again, just as a little note, actually, I'll just say it after. I was going to spruik. You get it. You get it. I'll just wait. So anyway, let's get you a card. At least one card. We'll see what comes out as an affirmation. These can be a bit in your face, these ones, because sometimes they seem like they're like, oh, but they're actually quite powerful if you just absorb them. A lot of the time I think that we forget to just connect with source, connect with spirit. And you seem like there's a lot of stuff in the brain and needing to take rest from your own mind and the own mental capacity stuff happening. All right, one more shuffle, Libra, and then we'll draw your card. I don't want to rush these today. I just want to be in them. Whoa, what am I doing? So it might take a bit longer. I've said it a lot, but it's, you know, each reading's different. So, all right, Libra. What does Libra need to know, please? What's nice? What affirmation? What's a nice one? No, tell us the right one. Right rather than nice. Ideally, it's nice, but what's the right affirmation for Libra, please? For the situation. Sorry about the bang crash as it hits the microphone. I know that's a bit loud. Again, this has come out twice. So again, it seems a bit like, no, but it's not. They're actually really strong. So I surrender to a power greater than me. This is very relevant, whether you like it or not. I surrender to a power greater than me. What this means. Stop trying to control everything. Yeah? I feel like maybe you've been trying to do that. This is like, remember yourself. Again, we've had a few cards. This deck does relate to that a lot, to be fair. And maybe that's the reason I just felt inclined to draw from this deck today. I wanted to shift it up a little bit, but this is quite powerful, this deck, even though it's just these little like hippie affirmations, I call them sometimes. But they're not. I think they're really strong. Because what do we like to be in? Control. Woo. When do we want it? Now. I don't know. I'm being really silly. But you don't have control over everything. You don't. None of us do. I surrender to a power greater than me. This is, you know what it's saying? Let it go a little bit. Give yourself this rest. Trust in the universe to let it sort itself out a little bit, okay? I know I'm harping at you, Libra, but I really care. I really want you to just take the time that you need, you know? Please give that to yourself. Anyway, or whatever that means, take that rest. That's what it means. So I surrender to a power greater than me. Thank you for the thumbs up as well. I appreciate that. I just saw that. I appreciate that. That's it for today, Libra. The spruik I was going to say, and I held back really patiently. I'm proud of myself. Well done. I don't know, being silly. Was please do like, as you have done, and subscribe if you like my readings, because it really does support my channel. It means I get to see more of you, and that makes me happy. Yeah, and if you'd like to see more of my content, that will keep you in the loop. So yeah, it means a lot to me. So thank you for that. In any case, it is always a pleasure and an honor to read for you. I certainly hope you gained something from this. I know I yelled at you a lot, but I hope it was a yelling with love. It was a calm yelling to be kind and give yourself the space that you need, because I really think you need it in whatever's going on from what these cards are showing me. Disengage, take rest, surrender. You get it. All right, that's enough, Libra. I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. Pleasure to read for you. Have a wonderful space time wherever you are. I'm moving on now to Scorpio, so I will see you there perhaps. And in any case, I'll catch you next time. Bye.